Oh, welcome to Fit to Be Real
And a little extra.
Hey guys!
and
do it right.
dare I say the most extra in the room right now.
Well, I just pulled this out of the closet. I haven't really worn it much.
I'm giving him the blank, dead-eye stare. No. So you're just trying to take things out of your closet that you haven't worn?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
figure I spent money on it.
Yeah.
It only makes sense to,
Display it?
share it with the world.
Share with the world.
Yeah.
For those of you not watching and only listening, Pedro has just sneak attacked Carly in a taco costume. So
I mean,
we have a giant taco right here.
as best as a giant taco can sneak on anybody.
This is true. This
You
is true.
actually did. I was singing a song, and
Yeah.
you came up from behind, and I was snuck attacked.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the big deal is. Like, I just threw this on last minute. It's no big deal.
I hate you.
It's really no big deal. Doesn't everybody have one of these?
So he has just one-upped the extra, and he is the most extra today.
Yeah.
Well, my microphone does say that, so.
It says extra.
Yeah.
It's true.
Hey, guys!
We have a very special taco guest today. This is...
Wait, we have a lot to talk about.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Wait, that was off the cuff because she had no idea.
That was natural.
That was natural.
Jelly roll.
Oh, it's going to be a time. It's going to be a time. Pedro, we talk about all the time. And now you can put a face to our Fit to Be Real producer that didn't ask to be producer.
Didn't ask to be producer, but showed up in a costume anyway. Yeah. So he fits right in.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I can help. I can add a little bit to it. And then next thing I know, it's
Yeah.
Those
Every
are
Tuesday
famous
morning.
last words of anybody that's ever met
Fair.
us. Oh, I can help. And then we're like, oh, can you? Do you want to be CEO? Would you like to be producer? Never tell us that you can help if you don't want to run the show.
For no compensation. Yeah. Hey, producer, can you grab a tissue? Carly has already required
the sniffles.
the sniffles.
Okay. I relate to that very much. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Taco.
Yeah. Yeah. When there's too much seasoning in my nose.
Are you allergic to fun?
I just like it so much I can't contain myself.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Stop. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. But in addition to being producer and quite literally setting up the visual, because this is something I did not look at, but we've talked about that many times. Pedro is also my boyfriend.
Yay.
Gross.
Second. I like how that's second.
Gross.
I'm first a taco. Second producer. Third boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're about radical, not translucent.
What?
Translucent.
What's the transparency?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we had to sign a letter to HR before we
Before
we did
guys
anything.
decided to work together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Melody approved.
Is Melody the head of HR?
Melody's the head of HR for CFIT and Fit to Be Real, and Carly in general. You should have seen Carly thrusting on all of our CFitters last night.
Oh, I got a DM this morning that was like, holy humping. And I was like, hey, it just comes naturally. What do you want me to say?
She has 3 children, folks.
What's up, Monica? What's up?
Gonna get sued so fast. I'm sure there's child labor laws being violated right now.
But hold on, guys.
Okay,
Bring it back.
take it back.
Take
Lock
back.
it in.
I knew it was going to get like this. There's another reason that we wanted to get on our exercise and fitness and health and nutrition podcast.
And comedy podcast.
No. We're trying to be serious. Like, we're trying to make it professional.
I'm going to add sound effects at some point. It's going to be great.
I do sound effects.
I know, but like live action.
Oh.
Like in the moment.
Yeah, like Carly's going to hit the wrong one all the time, but it's going to be part of the joke. It's going to be great.
Yes. I approve. Because we wanted to talk about the balance and the dietary,
Lifestyle?
lifestyle. Yeah,
Sure.
lifestyle of getting into a new relationship and how you go with the flow, but also keep to what you know, what you like, and what works for you. Like, we live very different lives in terms of health and wellness and fitness.
Oh, yeah. That's an understatement.
He is a taco.
Yeah, I mean, he's wearing his food. He's wearing his food. I would go as far as to say, from, getting to know you, you are a foodie. You like good food.
Yes.
And you like to try new foods, and you like to go to new places.
I mean, it's one of the perks of living in a major metropolitan city where we just have some of the best chefs, best restaurants, and I like to experience that to its fullest.
Yeah, let's back this party bus up a second, sir.
Why are you angry?
Party bus?
Yeah, I said party bus. I got really excited it came off the top of my...
Off rip.
She nailed the first one.
Is when you question my nailing and then I have to backtrack and then I'm like, gosh, I can't explain it. We have to explain, where'd you come from? Where did you grow up? How many brothers and sisters do you have? We need to know.
So like my resume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. I already did this.
I sure hope so.
Do it for Carly.
All right. Okay. First question.
Yes.
Where were you born?
I was born in Center City, Philadelphia.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, this will be fun for me too. Okay. Center City, really?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Is that okay?
No, I approve.
Opposed to. No, I believe the hospital now is actually an apartment complex, which just, really says a lot about our infrastructure. But
Yeah, right?
yeah, no, Center City, Philadelphia.
So you're a city boy. You grew up in the city and stayed in the city.
No, I didn't. No,
Oh,
I was just born there and then went back home to North Philadelphia.
That's the city.
No,
Well,
that's what people who aren't in
it.
from the city say.
Say about North Philly?
There's South Philly, there's West Philly, Southwest Philly, North Philly, Northeast Philly.
Where in North Philly?
In a little area called Juniata.
Okay.
Not the most pleasant of neighborhoods, but it was home.
Yeah.
So I was very happy to be there.
So, and now you live...
Now I live in the trendy hipster bourgeois of Fishtown.
Give us your address. Everybody wants to know.
It is.
I'm just kidding.
All I'm going to say is my area code is 19125.
Oh my God.
If you know, you know.
Wait, Fishtown is pretty trendy. It was trendy
Yes.
when I was hanging out with people in the city when I was younger, and everyone would go to Fishtown.
When I was younger.
When I was young. Is that a song? I'm so lost without you. Two different songs?
Yep.
Two different songs.
Yeah.
And the first one I don't think is a song at all.
But it can be.
Don't enable Mr. Taco. I'm also having a hard time taking you seriously right now.
Is it my shell?
It is your shell.
Or my fillings? We still never figured out what these were.
It looks like...
Wontons.
Yeah, it looks like the crispy taco.
But why would it be on a taco?
Or they're shrimp.
I'm thinking
Maybe
they're
they're shrimp.
I think they're shrimp. I am a shrimp taco.
Which works for me because I don't like chicken, beef, or pork tacos.
Segway.
Oh my God, I hate you guys.
Dun, dun, dun. So, in growing up,
Yeah.
even in the Northeast or North Philly?
North.
There's still, you grew up doing takeout and going out to restaurants. We did not grow up that way.
No.
Correct. Yeah, it was definitely on a lower, I don't know, like the quality of it wasn't as grand as it is now, where even in the more lower tier of neighborhoods, there's still a great restaurant. I think one of the best restaurants I've tried in the past 2 years is a Mexican restaurant. What is it? It's called La Cantina Martina.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it is probably some of the best Mexican food I've ever had, but it's in one of the more grimy of situations.
Yeah.
So it's a trek to even get inside with some of the issues that are in the neighborhood. And I remember reading that the chef, who's an award-winning chef, all this stuff, he's like, this is the only place I could afford. And it's like,
You told me about this.
Yes.
I haven't been there.
we haven't gone. No, it's a little bit of a rough situation to get inside, but once you're there, you're like, oh my God, this food's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's, I guess it's just part of the cycle.
Yeah. I mean, you're 6'5",
4.
6'4".
Yeah.
No, nobody's messing with you, I feel like.
It's
Except me.
Calm down, Carla. Calm down. It's weird though, because it's even growing up, it's always been one of two things where it's either no one will mess with me, or people will specifically like look for me
Yeah.
to mess with me to like either to establish themselves or. And I was like, buddy, it's seventh grade. Like I'm just trying to get my chicken nuggets. Like I'm not trying to fight right now.
And I'm gonna grow up and wear a taco costume.
Yes, exactly.
So you have no idea what you're about to deal with.
This is what's important in the world. This is real life. Not trying to be tough when you're 12. This.
I think this makes a difference, and I'll tell you why in a second. Did your mom cook?
All the time.
And is she a good cook?
Amazing.
Yes. So love your mom. Our mom does not cook, which you know, and when she did, it was always covered in balsamic because that makes everything better, which it does not.
It does not.
From
no.
Brussels sprouts to chicken to
Salads to ice cream. So we did not grow up being like food because we didn't have really good food every night. We ate to eat, and
Yes.
like junk food was good to us because we were like, wow, this is so good.
Elio's Pizza was Friday night. We talked about this recently.
Oh, yeah.
And Chips Ahoy dipped in Cool Whip. Do you remember that?
Yeah. But I feel like if you grow up with a good, and it's so good. You got to try. You got to bring that back. That's a classic.
You have to put the Cool Whip in the freezer. So it's like a little bit hard.
Nothing like a 4,000 calorie snack.
No.
Oh my God.
Listen, I never said we were in good shape as a 12-year-old.
But we weren't allowed to have the fun kid cereal.
No.
So like the mentality of what was conditioned to be bad for you and what was good for you
Sure.
was very skewed. And I think that's a part of why we're very skewed now in terms of food.
And this is why I am just relishing the opportunity to expose
Yeah.
you to more things. So it's nice. I mean, I've told you this a bunch of times. Like I like rewatching TV shows that especially the ones that I love. But being able to rewatch them with someone who hasn't seen them before gives me a unique sense of experiencing it for the first time.
I like that too.
Yeah. So it's like, oh my God, this show's amazing. We should watch it. And you're like, well, but you already saw it. I was like, I know, but I'm going to want to rewatch it anyway.
Yeah.
But now I get to watch it through fresh eyes. And I think the same thing goes for restaurants. It's like, oh my God, this was really good. You guys need to go.
Yeah.
Or you need to come with me. Or like, I think you're going to Laser Wolf tonight.
Yeah.
And, it's just an amazing spot. And now it's like, yes, I want everybody to know.
Wait a second. So before I met you, I had never heard of Laser Wolf. I have a gift certificate, and I've had it for a year.
Who?
Andrew got a gift certificate to Laser Wolf, the owner of Laser Wolf's restaurants.
Yes.
Whoever the owner of the
Yeah, we
I
looked
think
that up, too.
Zaha is the other one.
Zahav.
Okay,
Yeah.
so but we're trying Laser Wolf. I've heard Laser Wolf now all over since Pedro mentioned it for the first time, and you guys went. Everybody's going. Did you
No,
message everybody?
No, it's been a thing for a few years now. It's one of the things when it first popped up, it was real hot, hard to get reservations. Now it's been long enough where, it's fine. You could pretty much even walk in, but it's still very popular. Zahav has a bunch of different restaurants in the city. So it's not like it's a one and done situation where people are like, oh, if I can't get into Laser Wolf, I can't go anywhere. But you can go to a couple different restaurants and you get the same experience. But Laser Wolf is definitely it's also a very low key feel. Like the inside of the place looks really cool. You don't feel like you need to dress up crazy.
Right. Not like this. Not like you're retired today and don't have to go all out.
I would never disrespect Laser Wolf.
Just gonna say
Dress up like a taco.
that.
Now, if I can find like a pita costume, all
It's
day.
Israeli food.
Okay,
All day.
so I don't even know what kind of food it is.
Yeah,
I just
Israeli, Mediterranean. So if you like your hummuses,
love
and
a hummus.
I will say the best French fries I have ever had in my life.
Really?
Yes.
Like we kind of, so it's kind of I don't know, I forgot what the term is, but it's like family style where you get just a giant tray in front of you, all your dips, sides, everything is there, and you kind of share it as an experience.
For free.
No, yeah.
Because the entrees it's complimentary, but the entrees are a little bit pricier.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're getting this entire thing. It's coming to the table whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah.
So we're like, all right, this is cool. This is good. This is going to be great. But is it going to be enough? And then I think we saw somebody like when the fries walk by your table, you just kind of like, I'm going to need that.
No, we don't know that.
Oh, you,
We don't-
That's see. All right, so
we
this is the
don't do that.
experiences. Yeah, these
Yeah.
are the little nuanced experiences
Yeah.
that I'm hoping to bring to more people in this world.
This is why I have gained 30 pounds back, but
Happy pounds.
happy pounds. Happy pounds. Kind of. Happy pounds. Happy when they're coming in, right? But it's
Not happy when they're going out.
not so much. Not so much.
the
Hopefully
setup was right
yeah.
there.
But that's the difference. That's what I guess the purpose of this podcast that we keep kind of forgetting is that we would see stuff come by, but we would never ever dare because fries are potatoes, and potatoes are bad, and that I know now is not true. Any food is bad depending on how you make it.
Yeah.
Like fried food is not necessarily healthy for you. Like a fried broccoli, like it's still fried.
Yeah,
But-
you're kind of killing all the nutrients and
Right.
the beneficial parts
So
of
like
it.
of course, yes, that's a thing I think we're correct on in thinking fried food. But like baked potato, we weren't allowed to really have baked potatoes. And if things were coming out at a restaurant, it was like that's nice, well, we're going to get the salad because salads are good for you. So getting different food for me it's not that I have never had hummus.
Right.
Or like I don't think there's any food that you and I would say no to trying.
No.
I'll try and eat everything. I actually like most. I don't think there's anything I haven't liked yet.
No,
Yeah.
there was one thing you said you didn't like. It was an oyster or something that you had, and you guys said it was really slimy.
Oh no, I think it was the tuna belly,
The bluefin.
the bluefin tuna
yeah,
belly.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was me.
Yeah,
He ate them.
Yeah, one of the first. I loved it. I like fatty foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a more of a textural thing because this special that we got, it came out 4 different cuts of a bluefin tuna.
Yes,
and it went from leaner to more fatty. And you were on board stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, touch and go, and then stage 4. She was like, I just can't texturally do it, which again happens. I wasn't mad because I ate the other piece, so I got the double dip.
I also was not on this date, but I was on this date.
Yeah,
Oh, always.
yeah.
Always
All the
and
pictures.
forever.
No, but you bring up a good point though, because seeing those fries go by, I would be like, "Oh man, that looks so good."
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll like it because I can't have that.
Can't.
Yeah, can't
Yeah.
quoting can't have that.
Yeah. I think that's one of, with the internet being such a just wild west of it all.
I hate you. No, no.
So this is where Carly would hit the auga button. She's like, darn it, which one's the pew pew?
You're just not gonna label any of
No,
the buttons,
no,
and
no.
I'm just gonna have to pick.
I'm going to randomize them each week.
Okay.
And it's just going to be a crapshoot.
As long as it's free labor, you can do whatever you want. I don't
Fair
care.
enough. We are a work in progress. It is nice that with all the misinformation out there, there is a counterbalance with a lot of like influencers. I know there's a couple that are in our algorithm that are kind of just like, oh, you know what? I like how he says things. I appreciate the context. And I like the information he provides. You know, like when you say with like potatoes, like, you know, potatoes, they're carbs, fat, this and the other. But then now finding out that, you know, carbohydrates potatoes are the most satiating foods you can eat. It will fill you up the most. It'll
Right.
keep you full the longest. And like everything, I mean, balance is everything. You can take 40 Tylenol and not have a good time. But if you have a headache, you take one, you're going to feel better.
Right.
Like it's everything in moderation.
So, I like how you said that. I also walked in today.
Disclaimer, do not take 40
And
Tylenol.
yeah, wait, we
for
do not
anything.
condone
We do not.
that. But I walked in today and we were talking about food, obviously. And I know that you like good food. And I'm like, how are you not 800 pounds? And say why you said that.
I have privileges being as tall as I am.
Yeah.
I understand that. Now, that doesn't necessarily fix all of my issues.
Yeah.
But it definitely helps. So I am 6'4", and I did I think when I right before or right after when I turned 40, I kind of did my whole workup blood work, BMI, all the things, just kind of see where I'm at, because I figure, all right, this is the time where my testosterone is going to start dipping pretty hard, where, it's going to make me slower. It's going to make me less motivated. Kind of let me see where I'm at. And I found out that, again, I don't remember what the specific term is, but my body idles at about 2,700 calories per day. So if it's a lazy Sunday and I'm just existing, laying on the couch, maybe do a little laundry or whatever the case is, I will still naturally burn 26 to 2,700 calories, which
We are rolling our eyes
so hard.
at you. That is nothing. But that is why we're talking about this today, because while you can do that,
Yeah.
Victoria cannot.
No. And I think that is something we had to adjust for, because I can eat a lot.
Yeah.
I can eat.
And I can match it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good at that.
Yeah.
And
No, I meant I'm good at that too. I can totally match you.
If it's time to eat, we're going to eat.
We are volume eaters.
Yeah.
We love
Yes.
big plates.
Yeah. And I was very, growing up was, again, we never needed for anything. We wanted stuff, but, and I attribute this to my mother. She worked her ass off. My grandmother, pretty much raised us. We always ate, but we always were taught to eat what you got, because we don't know how the next meal is going to be. We don't know how, hey, we're going to Sizzler tonight. Shout out Sizzler.
Yo, shout out Sizzler.
Sizzler.
Puerto Rico has one.
Puerto Rico
Shut
has-
up, still?
There's one left in Old San Juan.
And it's thriving.
Wait, is there the pudding, the chocolate vanilla same pudding?
We didn't go. As we're taking the Uber the last night, we're heading
What is
back.
wrong with you guys?
We just saw it. It was like 11 o'clock at night. We're getting ready to go home because we have the flight in the morning, and we're like, "Is that a Sizzler?"
It's the home of the first salad bar. God.
So
Which is all we would do there.
I know.
so the next family trip,
We're going.
We're going to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And we're going
to the Sizzler.
ransack that Sizzler. Fried shrimp all day.
My kids aren't going to know what hit them with that
Yeah.
salad bar.
They're like, we're never going home.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, so it's very much and I was always an overeater. I always ate till capacity.
Victoria's raising her hand.
Yeah. No, I think that's.
You should too.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I don't believe you.
Oh, no.
This is new, Carly.
Oh, okay.
COVID. Since COVID, I can house some food. You've
Fair.
never seen.
You haven't seen pancakes and sausage every single weekend, Carly. Those pictures I'll show you.
We can post them.
Which was happy Carly. She was in a new relationship with Andrew. They were living in the city, and she was happy, but she was unhealthy.
Yeah. Super.
I think that's the American way, right?
Yeah.
Getting to that point and then trying to flip it and making it a balance where it's I'm full, I'm happy, but I'm not eating to excess. I'm not eating till I'm not feeling good anymore, or trying to quote unquote fill that void, which
Yeah.
I did a lot of.
Yeah. And we always had seconds at dinner growing up, and dessert every night. And yeah.
But no potatoes.
But no potatoes and no macaroni and cheese. I just told my dancers last night, because they're going to college, and I was like, just don't eat macaroni and cheese every night, because you can. That is my advice to you.
Blue Box Kraft mac
Yeah.
and cheese it's so easy. And then
But I wasn't allowed to do that. So when
Yeah.
I left and moved to New York and was on my own, that's what I did every day.
yeah. And then I like and this is the young early 20s, you're broke, living on your own for the first time. I think that's where a lot of bad habits
Yeah.
come. And I think it's just because you have no choice. You're broke. But $1 box of mac and cheese, and then that's when you're starting all right, well, I can zhuzh this up a little bit. I can throw some chicken in there. I can do some
Yeah.
other stuff. I can add another block of cheese to it to make it a little more creamier, or some milk to increase the volume, or whatever the case is. And you're just surviving at that point.
Uh-huh.
But also your metabolism is cooking at that point.
I used to have full-on box of Uncle Ben's rice with the fake chicken that you just put in the microwave. That would be my lunch. That is 2 meals that I would just eat for lunch.
And just sodium, just salt.
And just salt.
Yeah.
But so going back, so you can do that on 2,700 calories, and you can do fine. That would be a horrible day for Victoria.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing it then? Because you like to go out to eat. You like to watch what you eat.
I like to watch it go in my mouth. These days, I'm just watching it come to the table and go in my mouth.
Do you like seafood? I like the seafood in my belly.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, I've said it a lot on the podcast without you even here, and we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do a pity party on it or at all or like whatever, but I've gained weight that I'm not happy about because I don't like my body the way that it feels when I'm heavier. However, the experiences that we're doing, we've also cut down and you can attest to that when we first met,
We kind of went hard first.
we went hard in October. It was my birthday.
You went what? Say it. Say it the fit to be real way. You went hard. Say it.
Hort. Real hort.
Took way too long. He's so scared. Did you see his face?
I had a Rolodex of sayings. And I was like, oh God, what's appropriate? That's not appropriate. What are they asking for? Oh yeah. Hort.
Hort.
So hard.
In October.
Which is side note, the first time I did that in front of her, she's like, that's what we do. That's what we do. We say that all the time. I was like, okay, sure you do.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to the podcast. I was like, oh shit, okay.
She said it in class while she was humping these people around the
Disclaimer.
floor.
Carly does not hump people like directly.
While she was gyrating
you're making it worse.
in their area. She was going,
What area?
On Wednesdays. I do it on Wednesdays.
That doesn't make it better.
I go hort on Wednesdays.
she was like, look, I'm going to Hort. And I'm trying to teach. I
as
was
she,
like, oh my God.
as she gyrates on people in their spaces.
Yes.
I'm going to get sued. So
Word.
hort.
I'm so glad you understand.
Melody is having a conniption right now.
Yes.
She
Yes,
can
in
just
her
sense-
fourth grade classroom.
yeah.
Yes, she is.
Her spidey senses are going off. She's like, this is going to be so much paperwork later. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, so yes, we went out every single Thursday for my birthday, but we went to a different restaurant every Thursday.
Yeah.
With that said, these were nice restaurants.
I
So-
think, and even I think outside of maybe one or two, there's a difference between going out a lot and being, for lack of a better term, gluttonous.
Right.
And I think that's the balance we have found. Whereas that I mean, even outside of just going out to eat, I still probably order like twice a week. My work days can be kind of busy and hectic, and honestly, it's just convenience at that point.
And he's in the city, so
Yeah,
it's easy.
The run of options just within like a mile of my work is insane. Speaking of work, nope. PTO baby, let's go.
That's perfect timing.
It really was. But yeah, I mean, it's I have that luxury, and I know, but I also understand that so much factors in when it comes to just general biology, which is again something I didn't know. I thought I was just lucky. I played sports my whole life. Like I was always active, so I could always eat a cheesesteak for breakfast and then get Chinese for dinner.
I can't do this anymore.
No, now here's the thing. I can't either now. I've definitely crossed a threshold. And a lot of my reasoning is because my health, did take a little bit of a dip in the past couple of years. I am currently pre-diabetic.
Okay.
And that kind of forced me to, one, address how I eat, when I eat, also how physical I am, and things that I've learned. So I have a brother, to circle back to one of those original questions.
Yeah, that was, yep.
I have a brother. He's 7 years older than me. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Is he as tall as you as well?
No, I think he probably 5'10",
Okay.
5'10",
So no.
a little under six,
Yeah.
a little under the 6 foot range. But he's bigger than me. But he has perfect blood sugar,
No way.
like perfect. He on a whim because I had to start checking my blood sugar periodically, and for people that know, normal blood sugar is between like 70 to 90 ish. Pre-diabetes is, I would say, like 95 to 130, 140 ish. Don't quote me on these numbers; they're just ballparking. And then anything over that, you're looking in, you're diabetic. Also your A1C, all that stuff like that. So I was checking mines, and I was kind of just stuck at 100 to 105. No matter how much I dieted, how much I watched what I ate, exercised regularly, I could not get below 100. And my doctor's like, dude, you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, and this is why I love I just lost my doctor.
Aw.
He moved to DC.
Oh, he's alive.
Yeah. He was sassy as all hell,
Okay.
but he knew when to check me. And he's like, he gave me a look, and he was like, okay.
Hold on. I have to say, with all of the food that we're talking about and all of the things that you're saying now, he goes to the doctor every 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
And on his birthday, like, he gets tested and blood
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
done. When's the last time we went to the doctor to do that?
Well, I was just looking at you while you were talking, going, oh my God, he's an adult. I am a child. I am a child. Victoria is dating an adult and we are children. I'm thinking, what the heck is Victoria's blood sugar? You know your brother's blood sugar? I
Yeah.
don't know Victoria's real hair color. Like, I.
Does
Yeah.
Victoria know her?
This is not about me.
But that's
I feel
crazy.
attacked.
I was thinking about this, how everybody needs like a week off to take care of themselves.
Yes.
Because there's no time to take care of yourself. I
Yes.
can't tell you the last time I went to the doctor for me that wasn't just like, can I get a Z-Pack, please?
Yeah.
Like,
But he goes for this,
Yeah.
so while we can all say and be like, wow, you're a foodie and you go out to eat a lot and, all this stuff, you know what you're doing.
I try to. And it also keeps me accountable because when my numbers spike, I have no one else to blame. I have no recourse to be like, oh, well, it's just because this, that, and the other. Like, no. I either ate my feelings this past month or,
Right.
I got busy at work or whatever the case is. Like, I can hold myself accountable because, I've never been good at that.
yeah.
I don't consider myself a hypochondriac. Every time I get the sniffles, I don't think it's, stroke's coming on or,
Right.
a heart attack is about. But
We're so different.
She is a germaphobe and hypochondriac.
Yeah. It's so easy to get sidetracked on these things. Like, as I'm watching, I appreciate what you guys do now more and more to be able to stay within the confines. Because
Me or just Victoria? Because all I do is talk about other things. And Victoria trying to rein me back.
You know when to be like, yep, cool. All right, cool. We're back on here.
Wow. Yeah, I do. Because I work so hard.
I think it was it Screech, Dustin Diamond?
Yes.
His story kind of rocked me a little bit.
What?
So, I mean, we all know, if you're an 80s baby, you know Screech. Always a character, became an adult, became super weird, did porn, I think.
Yeah,
a
he
little
did.
bit. Yeah, it was super weird. Never watched it. Never will.
He got married and he did have a young son.
Yeah. And then he said he just woke up one day and felt horrible. Horrible.
Horrible. Screech felt horrible.
Yeah, we're going to need to wash these mics after this.
Okay.
And he went to the doctors. He's like, I feel terrible. I'm in so much pain. What's wrong? And they're like, you have stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
Like, you are terminal. You have a couple months to live. And that, for some reason, I know we hear about this stuff all the time. And I just, I think it just helps. It helped me be more perceptive of like, oh God, like at any point in time, we could be suffering for something that we don't even know about.
Right.
So I was like, I need to get blood work every, regular time frame. Everybody gets to a point where like, I need to eat better. I need to do better. I need to work out more. That's fine. But sometimes it's just genetics. Sometimes it just happens. Now, while my brother's blood sugar is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think he's 73 or something. I was like, how? You
Yeah.
had a pizza cheesesteak for breakfast today. Like, you
So
animal.
jealous.
But his blood sugar, or no, I'm sorry, his blood pressure is high. His cholesterol is high.
Got it. Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, my cholesterol is perfect. My blood pressure, perfect. Like, all these things are, and it's just weird. It's the biology factors so much into things where it's like you can eat the right thing every day. You're going to get to a point in life where you're at a certain age and your body's like, nope.
But that's why I feel like we hate those, and we talk about those influencer reels all the time of like what I eat in a day.
Sure.
But like what you eat in a day and what you eat in a day and what I eat in a day are not going to do the same, are not going to have the same benefits.
No.
So don't watch what other people eat. Like everybody's body is different.
It's truly a spectrum.
Which is why circling back, how we make it work. I could be making it work a little bit better, but you have a good balance, I think, mentally that helps me. Where he's like, it's you have to live your life. You have to live.
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna do the experience? Or are we gonna not do the experience of going out and trying something new? And I would much rather do the experience. We have switched to make healthier choices when we do these things, which is a big.
We definitely yin yang very well.
Yeah.
It definitely again took a little bit, but birthday month was birthday month. We kind of had to go crazy for that.
Yeah.
And your birthday.
Yeah, we did
We
a
did
couple.
a lot of like out of the ordinary
Yeah.
food, drinking things for the month of March. And those are one shot things. Like it doesn't happen every month like that, but the eating and getting on the same page, like when we're at one of our houses making food, it's vegetable. And like the other night he made me fish and he made chicken with a vegetable.
Yeah,
And also rice and beans because he makes really good Puerto Rican rice and beans,
I do.
which are not necessarily healthy for you.
Carb on carb. But again,
so yummy.
moderation.
But moderation. I mean, that is the only
But
way.
that's something we don't do well. No. We don't do moderation. I'm going to say it again. We go hoard and then we go home. We go big, we go home. We do not know. We're extremists. I feel like you're better at it than I am about not being so extreme. I am it's 100% or it's a 0%. I am on, or I am not on. You know what I mean?
Well, that's me.
Yeah,
That's me.
and I think that's where our balance starts to come into play, where it's like I'll order out 2-3 times a day. I eat when I'm hungry. I don't, and then you anchor me.
Well, she's a routine.
Yes, which
She is
again,
a routine.
which helps because
Do you have a routine?
no, I am.
Yeah.
I freestyle with the best of them. Like if I wake up at 8:00 in the morning and I'm starving, I will get a breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
If I wake up at 8:00 and I'm not hungry, I don't eat. It's which is rare, but
And we are very not like that.
yeah,
We are, because when you date one of us, you date both of us.
yeah, it's
So
a family affair.
We are not like that. And we have a hard time because when she's upset about her body weight, I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, you got to remember that when you guys are eating out, okay?
Yeah.
How will Carly feel about this tomorrow?
I literally don't care. Look at you. Look at you. Shut up. Everyone else, say, shut up.
That's a new button. Shut
No,
up.
what I'm saying is we are very like-minded in the way we eat. So when she's off her game, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
How have you been doing this past year, Carly? How have you been doing with my new relationship this past year?
I've been loving the pictures you sent me of your food.
Yeah. You're living vicariously through us.
I've been licking the pictures. They're delicious.
Not weird. Not weird. Not even a little bit. See, so this is a little sidetrack. This is where once we advance, like a couple of the videos, stuff like that, I'm going to insert images as we speak about them. So
Wait, then insert an image of me with face down in pancakes and syrup and sausage when I first met Andrew. You can insert that picture.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
50 pounds heavier than I am right now. I had brown hair. And every single morning, because you guys all know what Andrew looks like. So he's the opposite of you. He is short and will always be lighter than me. No matter how much
Yeah.
I weigh, he will always weigh less than me.
yeah.
And he can eat whatever he wants. Anytime, any place.
But he's a moderate eater. So
Yes.
moderate plaque psoriasis eater. He will be like, yes,
Moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
sorry. He will eat, yes, I'll have a bite of ice cream.
Yes.
Just a bite. And he's like, wow, that was fantastic. That's what I needed. Thank you. And Carly's like, well, I'm going to eat the pint because that's why they make pints.
Yeah.
And that's what I am.
Yeah.
So your dynamic is different too.
Yeah, because he knows when to stop and I just don't.
Yep.
Or I didn't. And so when he would order pancakes and sausage every morning, he went about his day, where it was me. I was like, well, that just went onto my body visibly.
Yeah.
And I did that every day until I was 50 pounds heavier.
And I think one thing, not to cut you off there, something that people don't take into consideration that I'm noticing more now is the other factors, not just your intake, outtake, but stress,
Yeah.
like depression, sadness, like all these other factors. just make things just hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
Like I have weeks or a month where, I'm busy, I'm stressed, but I'm still eating good. I'm still eating better, but I'm gaining weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, what the hell? And then that's frustrating and demoralizing.
Yeah.
And then either you break or you double down, and either one doesn't really give you the results that you kind of want. And it's like, and now you're just stuck between a rock and a hard place. And then you're kind of just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And then there's plenty of times where I'm good. I'm in a good space. Life is good. Everything is kind of clicking right now. And, I'm enjoying myself. I'm eating my foods. And I'm like, like before we just went on a trip to Puerto Rico. It's amazing. You should go. We were both kind of like, we want to kind of like get right to, enjoy the beach a little more without being self-conscious. I think
I didn't get there.
yeah.
I still went on the trip.
Well,
I thought you were fine. You were not happy. Really?
which is crazy because she looked absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Pedro. You say it loud. You say it proud.
Why are you yelling?
I don't know.
She's like, the bike is so far away. We'll eventually get a third mic. Don't worry.
It's not in the budget.
But like, there's times where like, yeah, I'm like, and I get on the scale. I'm like, oh crap, I lost a couple pounds.
What's that like?
It happens.
Just kidding.
Somebody trigger. Trigger warning. Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
He'll be like, wow, I lost 3.5 pounds this week. And I'm like, really? Because I gained 5.
Because that's a guy. You know those commercials that
The
it's like
fluctuation is
the
aggressive.
guys. It's but that's what people don't understand. Not only every body is different, guys are built differently.
Yeah.
So that it's like, oh, my husband stopped drinking soda and lost 30 pounds. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm busting my butt at the gym. I stopped eating all carbs. I'm only drinking water and I've gained weight.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't go without saying, like, the amount that hormones affect women's bodies, and I'm speaking this as an outsider, 100%.
And a girl dad.
Yeah, that's not fair. Like,
Yeah.
it's genuinely not fair, and this is why I think a lot of people are just like, I mean, it's not realistic, but like, don't look at the number on the scale.
Yeah.
How do you feel? And I think that's where you've gotten so much better.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, the number, I don't care what the number says.
Yeah.
Like, it's how do I feel? Like, when I wake up and I look around, like, especially that first mirror shot in the morning when your body's just been metabolizing all morning.
2
all
thumbs
night.
up. It's the
Oh my
best.
God. I walk around with my shirt off every morning. By noon, it's back on. But
Yeah.
every morning, I'm like, damn, okay. Just a little snug. And then I have a sip of coffee and it's like,
Oh, that's exactly right.
I'm like a puffer fish. It's horrible. But for those first 5 minutes,
So then how are you doing it then?
We'll go back to how do I anchor you? Because we didn't finish that thought.
so because I am a person to excess and I don't have a routine and I'm just kind of freestyling with my situation, you give me the structure. Because at any point in time, when I go home and it's been a long day at work, I don't feel like cooking. I mean, I am a air fryer, microwave kind of guy. I mean, I have meals that I cook when I had the time and want to do so, but it's just so much easier for me just to grab like, a box pizza or make some horribly terrible for me ramen or something like that. But you give me options. You show me situations where it's like, hey, look, this took 5 minutes. And I was like, Dad, this is really good. So you give me that balance. Like you pull where at any point in time, you'll be like, yeah, let's order. And you're like, like, no, I just went to Trader Joe's. We got a whole bunch of veggies and stuff like that. I mean, I think our thing now is like Sunday morning breakfast.
Yeah.
You know,
I know. I saw pictures.
yeah,
It's not
so-
fair.
It's
But it's not bad.
No, I know. I would like some.
Oh. Like,
But
wait,
they only have Sunday breakfast on every other Sunday when I'm teaching, so
Yeah.
I'm never allowed to come because I will be working when they have Sunday
we
breakfast.
can make you like a burrito to go.
No, I want the salmon and
the lox.
Yes,
Yeah, the lox.
That's
with
like
the,
my favorite
the
breakfast
peppers,
ever.
The peppers and onions,
Yes.
stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, we'll do a Dave spread. He makes the eggs because I burn it. I don't know how to make eggs.
Well, not anymore. We got a new pan. Super excited about it. You're
Yes.
not burning that no more.
That's true. We got a ninja pan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he kicked. He kicked like a ninja. Yeah. Anyway, we have a really
I got bad
healthy,
knees, so that's as good as I got right now.
healthy, good breakfast every other Sunday. But it's also nice to be in the kitchen together to do
Yeah.
it. And yeah, you're right. I think I say that a lot to you, where he's like, I don't know, I just don't feel like it. I'm like, but we went food shopping, or you have enough food, you have stuff in the freezer. Let's just make something. And I think I do have a good skill of making something healthier
Yes.
and choosing that option
Yes,
when you
because
would easily go the other way.
The bad option is almost always the easier pick.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like it's always so like I always attribute to like going to the gym. Once you're at the gym, you're fine.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm glad I'm here. Even if you either had a good or bad workout, you're like, at least I moved. I got out. It's getting to the gym that sucks.
Yes.
Like and
Always.
I've done so many different variations where I've secretly built a hidden gym at my work. There's like this locker room that it's abandoned, and I built a gym in there. I was like, because if I'm already at work and I'm already sweaty and dirty, if I just go work out, because I'm not going to want to go to a gym and then get changed and then work out and then go home. I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, but you guys all should.
You should absolutely.
Yeah.
No, do what works for you. Okay. We're not sitting here. We're no better than you. Do what works
This
for you.
This taco. I love it so much. No, but I think that's true. The hardest part is getting there.
Yeah.
The hardest part is making it. The hardest part is the decision. To decide. Whoa.
So.
No.
I will be cutting that and putting that on loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna step up our TikTok game, and these little spirals, if you will.
I'm gonna want to get canceled, but then I was gonna finish it with today, Junior, because that's a line from a movie. But I feel like you get canceled for saying that
There's
stuff
so
now.
many. There's so well. I don't necessarily believe in cancellation anymore.
But would you cancel me for that?
No.
Oh, everything else you've said, yes.
Yeah, so much so.
But okay, so the
Let's
decision
taco
is
about it.
Let's taco about it.
It gets worse.
The decision to get the food and be like, I am gonna make dinner is the hardest part. The decision to say,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm going
Yeah.
to the gym.
There's been times where I've woken up like on a Saturday. I was like, you know what? I don't got nothing going on today. It's pretty. I was like, you know what? I'm very much one of those people where I will placate the situation in my mind. I don't know if that's the right word, but it just sounded nice.
Yeah. It does.
It is.
SAT prep, baby.
SAT prep.
But like, I'll put myself in a situation. I was like, I'll imagine me like getting up, getting dressed, going to the thing, and then I'll judge my body's kind of emotional reaction.
Wait, I've done that before.
Yeah.
I've visualized getting dressed, getting up, and like doing
And
the
then
thing before I
and then
do
you
it.
see how you feel, and you're
Yes.
like, you know what? That doesn't make me want to cringe. And then it's easy to get into that. Now, unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing all that.
But I've done that before.
I think
That's
it's a
so
product.
weird.
It's definitely a product of like ADHD-ness, where it's
Sweet.
just like I'm just like I have a lot of things going on here, but now I'm just like okay, yeah. So, but
Yeah.
again, I mean, it sucks because so many of these things that are either true or not true, or just they fall into cliches, and it's so easy to dismiss them because you feel like cliches,
Yeah.
or because they feel like cliches.
Like
where it's-
what?
Like, everybody's different. Everybody's body's different.
Oh.
What works for one person doesn't work for the other person, and these are all, as far as I know, are very true statements. I know people that can eat like crazy, and people that can look at a salad and be like, "Well, there's 4 pounds."
Yeah.
Like, there's so many factors, so many variables, and it's rough,
Victoria.
and it's a journey, and we're all trying to do just a little better.
But I also think that being in a new relationship, having done it myself, it's okay to gain those. It's like the freshman 15. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to do that in the beginning as long as you can come to an understanding or figure out a routine where that 15 doesn't happen to 30, doesn't happen to 45, and it keeps going, because then
Yeah.
you're a completely different person.
Is
Yeah.
the beginning a year?
Yeah. The beginning's a year.
Can we make that a year?
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
But
Well, I
that
think-
the part of it is figuring it out.
Yeah, and I think early on it's because it's kind of like love bombing.
Yeah. With
Where it's-
food.
Yeah, it's like exactly, and like that just happened to be like our early.
I made you, he was like, can you stop making me baked goods, please?
Oh my god! Like the
But they were so good.
They were. She was crushing the bake game, and
Yeah.
I'm not a sweet person.
Yes, I've heard. I'll never ask you to eat sugar ever.
No, I will. I will. Okay, we don't go need to 0 to 100 with you people. I was like, yeah, I don't love peanut butter, and she wrote in her phone a note. Pedro despises peanut butter. Can't be in the same room. I was like, no, like I'll eat like a frozen Snickers every once in a while, but I'm not a Reese's
So then
guy.
I made a frozen Snickers.
Yeah, exactly. like.
I made a homemade frozen Snickers.
It was
and
good.
it was bomb.
It was so good.
But to the point, to going to what you were saying, it was a lot of taking me out to restaurants. I was making you baked goods.
Yeah.
It was a lot of food.
We went crazy, early on. And again, and then that's where we're like,
don't do that
okay,
anymore.
it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Let's reel it in.
Reel it in.
Reel it in a little bit.
But I think it's okay. I don't
Yeah.
think there's anything wrong with gaining weight in a new relationship. I just think you need to know when to reel it in.
Well, yeah, I think it's again, it's. I think you've said this a couple times on the past. Like it's happy weight. Like
Yeah.
I've gained. I think I'm around. I fluctuate between like the 6 to 10 pound range from when we first met.
That's cute.
Shut up. Shut up. I've gained weight since you guys started dating, okay?
From licking your phone.
But I think I'm
That should be
thinking
an ad.
about everything we're saying and like where is the help to all of this other than resonating for like people listening being like, wow, me too.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
think
nice to hear.
I think that's what I love about this podcast, where it's not you preaching about what you should do and how you're doing something wrong. It's like, yeah, like we all have issues, we all have things that we're dealing with. It's perfectly normal. It's like, yeah, we're all struggling with this.
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
Figuring it out, but there's I think how do we do it? You keep saying like how do you do it? How do you balance? How do you do this? I think very early on, even though we were eating a lot more, going out, or my routine was very different. It might have
Yes.
been, it was normal for you.
It was
It
normal-ish
was
for me, but
not normal for me to go out to eat, let alone go out on a Thursday to eat.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's a
that's-
Saturday,
it was-
Sunday
yeah.
thing. So like a lot of new things for me and a lot of new things for you and how I am different for you. It is so important to have your other in the situation support you no matter what.
Right.
Like we got to that conversation, I think it was around Thanksgiving where I broke down, where I was like,
Oh, I remember.
yeah.
it was
I remember.
it was November of meeting in July and doing all the things, and I had gained 15 at that point. I'm at 30, if you're wondering. But it's a different mentality. While I do want to get rid of it and I do want to feel better about myself, at that conversation of trying to put on clothes to go to a family Thanksgiving, which is not a big deal, he was like, you want to put on sweatpants? I'll go home and get sweatpants. We'll wear sweatpants
Yeah.
together. Having the support of being like, I hear you. I don't agree with you because you're, I see you differently, but I hear you and we'll make some changes and it's going to be fine because I'm not going anywhere and blah, 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 blah. Like all the validation
Yeah.
that you need in a supportive relationship to go through those changes together is how we do it.
I'm laughing because I'm
Because
picturing.
you're a brat.
No, because I'm picturing myself because just like Pedro.
Hold on, are you about to monologue right now?
Yeah, I'm about
You're like, you know what? I'm
I
gonna
was
need the
like,
mic.
give me that
I'm gonna need the mic for
microphone.
this.
God, my arm is so tired.
We'll just get you like a boom micer.
I'm laughing because Pedro did say, like, I don't, you look beautiful. And he said, like, all the right things. But you will always be 6'5", looking down to Victoria.
He's 6'4".
Sorry, 6'4". I
Thank you.
was
this is the support we're
212
talking
pounds, looking down on Andrew, being
jeez.
like, I will eat you for lunch.
Good morning, baby.
And still be hungry. And he was like, oh, I didn't even notice that you gained weight. I was like, I'm 212 pounds. Are you joking me right now?
How?
And but that's why it's so important because he was like, after I lost the weight, I was like, Andrew, why didn't you say anything? He's like, well, you looked great. And I'm like, oh my God.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
I mean,
Good answer.
the only right answer.
Only if it's true. Don't say shit
Well,
if it's not true. Don't lie to me.
Here's the thing, and this is a podcast episode that I'm kind of secretly working on.
Okay.
I've made some phone calls, like to see if we can get a lie detector
Oh, no.
to sit in.
I'll fail. I'm the biggest liar in the world.
Well, because again, like, and I think our perception of each other is also very different. How we perceive ourselves
Yes.
is one thing. Because again, and I think this is where what we share a lot is where we're like, you know what, like, you know, I'm not, you know, my morning mirror session wasn't that great.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, you know what, you know what, all right, maybe next week I kind of like, I curb a couple things, let me adjust a little bit. And she is just like, the hell are you talking about? You look great.
Yeah.
Like, I love this. Don't do a thing. No notes. And I was like, no. But when I do it to her, she's like, you're a liar.
I
Don't lie
totally
to
agree.
me. Don't lie to me with that face.
Yeah.
You're a liar. And
I
I was like,
agree.
no, like I'm genuinely, I look at you and like, to me, you are exactly how I met you. Like, everything is like, there's nothing that's like pulling me away from,
Right.
You're beautiful. You're amazing. I love you. You're great.
You can't get promoted,
Trying to make
Pedro.
her-
Like,
make her-
you
make her
already
cry.
don't get paid and you're the head of this podcast. You can't get promoted.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, he could put a ring on it. That's promotion.
Look at him. Wait, let's stare at him.
I'm just looking at all the nice things I've bought her over the past year. You know, like trips to Puerto Rico,
Wait.
Dolly Parton books.
I paid him for that trip.
This is turning into a different podcast. On this theme note. Wait, I also did want to say, how do you speak
Auga.
cooler? Shut up. How do you speak? You're older than me. How do you speak cooler than I do? He was like, no notes. I was like, damn it. How did he know how to say that?
All he says is bet and off rip. And I was like, can you give me a breakdown of what you're saying?
Well, first of all, I have a daughter who's 19. So I am hip with the lingo.
Okay.
Fresh to death.
Fresh. Oh, it's not fresh to death. It's fresh to death.
You know what? Fresh to death does make more sense. Now that we say this out loud.
I'm taking everything I've ever said to you back. I'm taking it
I'm
back.
cool until I lose my hearing.
He's a weekend DJ who blasts some serious music, so it's possible he does not hear correctly.
For the record, I DJ on other days, not just the weekends. But
Can't you tell? Look at his outfit. He's a sweet DJ.
fresh to death, huh?
No. I will always
no.
say fresh to death from now on. We're going to play the dating game really quickly.
I have to get closer to you.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you guys have to say it into the microphone. On 3, these are yes or no answers. The point is to both say yes or both say no. The point is not to have different answers. Okay?
All right. Well, I'll purchase some little dry erase boards for future games.
Awesome. For free.
I mean, free to you, maybe. We're gonna monetize this at some point.
Okay.
Buy the merch.
Yes, soon. Oh, no, we have it. It's on the website.
Yeah, no, buy the merch now. Don't wait. Don't wait.
All right. So you're answering this for the other person.
Oh, okay.
Like
So
what
it's-
you believe they would say yes or no.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Do they believe in extraterrestrial life?
Yes.
Yes.
Faster, Victoria. Okay. Do they believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Do they believe in God?
No.
No.
Mom doesn't listen to this.
Well,
Okay. No, this is rapid.
Easter,
explain that.
Easter is gonna be real weird next year.
Have they tried any extreme sports?
No.
No.
You're late. It's a 1, 2, 3.
Have to think. You
Do-
have to give us a 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Do they consider themselves a risk taker?
No.
No.
I'm just going to go like this. Oh, this is a good one. Would they consider trying exotic delicacies like insects or snakes?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he cringed.
Well, insects, maybe not. Snake. I've had snake before.
You said yes.
Chocolate cover and I'm in.
Have they had a supernatural or paranormal experience?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Have they ever gone skinny dipping?
No.
No.
Have they ever had a near-death experience?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
We are locked in right now.
I can't even see you because of your taco shell.
This is good. This is like the actual dating game.
That's
Like, if
exactly
we
right.
match, I will turn the corner.
Oh, do they believe in having regular family dinners or meals together?
Yes.
No.
Fair.
I forgot I was answering for you.
Have they
Yeah.
ever had embarrassing nicknames?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they believe in the importance of family traditions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have they ever called a boss by the wrong name?
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, no.
I have no idea.
Have
the
they-
wrong name?
Yeah, I don't know. Have they ever forgotten the other's birthday?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, I said no. I said no for both
He's
of you.
forgotten mine. I've never forgotten his.
I'm still trying to. There you go. This is a segue to get for you to wipe your nose.
When's my birthday?
Sweet.
When's my birthday?
It's such a dad thing to forget, though.
It really.
And he's a
I don't
dad,
remember
so-
anybody's birthday.
When's my birthday?
The 23rd.
Nope.
I'm gonna punch you.
The 26th?
Yes, the 26th. When's my birthday? If you get this right, I swear to God. When's my birthday, Pedro?
October.
Yeah. What?
I don't remember. I've genuinely. It's later, right? It's 20th something.
Pick a date.
It's in the 20s.
24th.
You failed.
That was like 2 of 3.
21st. You must break
Okay.
up. Okay. Have they ever broken up with someone over a text message?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
Me.
Have you?
The
broke
other
up with
person.
me.
That's another episode.
Okay. Are they a morning person?
No. Just because it's what we do doesn't mean it's what we prefer.
It's a yes or no.
Agreed.
I would say no.
Excuse me. I'm
Oh,
here
I'm
too.
sorry.
Do they have any habits that annoy you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd like to know what these are later.
Have they ever been fired from a job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Isn't everybody?
No, I've never been fired from a job.
You've never been fired for a
I've
job?
never been fired from a job.
No, you can't
I'm
when you
amazing.
well, when you work for family, they can't really fire you. They just see you at Sunday dinner.
Our families very different.
All right, guess what?
Chicken butt.
Do they think that Carly is their favorite seafood sister?
No.
No.
Shout out Melody.
Do they think
Hey.
shout out Melody?
Melody.
Guess what, guys?
But I get that.
You won!
Come get in this show, girl.
I'm disgusted. This is disgusting to me. I
Can
cannot
we just do the rest of the podcast like this?
I cannot
We're just
talk like this any longer. This actually
Wait,
grosses
really
me
get her,
out.
Really get her.
Nope. They do this all the time and it grosses me out. I can't watch. I can't hear it.
I can't wait for the Andrew
I
episode.
can't wait.
The Andrew episode is going to be so good.
You missed it. That was in the beginning.
Well,
No,
It's
that was Spiegel World.
That's true.
We're doing this with Andrew.
I have to go now. So end this.
I'm just going to
Well,
gonna caress.
Thank you, Pedro. Carly is late for a doctor's appointment for her son.
Doctor's appointment.
And
Priorities.
Adulting.
Priorities.
we hope that you've resonated with anything about anything that we said. And if not, go to Laser Wolf. Carly will be there tonight.
Yeah.
But
Just shout her out real loud.
we wanna thank
Although
you.
this podcast won't be out until like
next week.
next Monday.
next Tuesday, next Monday. So we want to thank you for helping us with everything.
Of course.
We also want to find out what things you said annoy you. And we want to remind you all that you're always fit to be real.
And a little extra.
Hey guys.
But it's over.
Auga.
I can't.
Bye.